What up, y'all? It's your boy, the Hood Nerd, back again. You already know the routine. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share it. The story is coming out of Florida. Came across this story yesterday, reading an article in the Washington Post where it states a toddler accidentally shot and killed a Florida woman who was on a Zoom call with her co-workers this week after the child found an unsecured loaded handgun, police said. Shamaya Lynn, 21, has been identified by local media as the mother of the child who fatally shot her Wednesday morning in Altamonte Springs, Florida. A coworker on a Zoom call told the Altamonte Springs Police Department that they saw a toddler in the background of Lynn's Orlando area apartment and heard a noise. Lynn fell backward and never returned to the call, the coworker told police. Shamaya Lynn appeared to be in need of help, police said in a news release. When police and paramedics responded around 11 a.m., they found a 21-year-old with a fatal gunshot wound to her head. First responders attempted to administer aid, but it was too late, police said. Authorities soon pieced together what might have happened and how the toddler got a hold of the firearm. Investigators determined that the injury was caused by a toddler who found a loaded handgun, which was left unsecured by an adult in the apartment, police said. The handgun belongs to the father of the victim's two young children, WESH reported. The man in question has yet to be publicly identified. Neither child was injured during the fatal shooting, police said. They are now in the care of relatives, according to WESH. An investigation into the shooting is ongoing. Police are working with the Seminole County State's Attorney's Office to see whether charges will be brought against any person. Police did not respond to a request from the Washington Post seeking to confirm Lynn's relationship to the toddler and the owner of the firearm. The unintentional shooting involved the child is the latest amongst thousands of such incidents in recent years. There have been at least 2,290 unintentional shootings by children since 2015, including 848 deaths. Now, let's go back and break this down. Shot and killed by a child, a 2-year-old, while she was on a Zoom call. Now, and I won't even say 2. Let's just stick with toddler. Even though there have been some reports the child is 2 years old, let's just stick with toddler. To me, what I find things to be strange is a coworker on a Zoom call told the police department that they saw a toddler in the background of Lynn's Orlando area apartment and heard a noise. Lynn fell backward and never returned to the call. For a toddler, you're saying a toddler did this. Now, like I said, their report saying the child is 2 years old. If that is correct, and that's a 2-year-old who did the shooting, yeah, I'm not believing a 2-year-old pulled the trigger of a handgun and killed his mother. Sorry. Not believing a 2-year-old went, found a bag with a gun in it. 2-year-olds can barely walk good. Carried that in there, picked it up, pointed it at his mother's head, and pointed it and then just unloaded and pulled the trigger. I'm not even sure a 2-year-old could pull the trigger. I would almost be shocked that a 2-year-old could pull a trigger of a gun. Unless you're talking about a 22 at that point. And not even sure if they can pull the trigger of that. Then they haven't said they went to see if any of if the child had any gun residue on the child or anything. So, to say you saw a toddler in the background and then heard a noise, did you see a toddler holding a gun in the background? That's a big leap to just say, yo, it was a child in the background. And then I heard a boom. So the 2-year-old picked the gun up and shot his mother. Like I said, for me, if I'm investigating this, the likelihood that I'm buying the story that a 2-year-old went, found a loaded handgun that was unsecured. Because what did you have it lying around at? Like, was it just sitting on the floor somewhere? Was it just sitting on the counter somewhere and he just picked it up? Was it sitting on a short table somewhere and he just picked it up? To then grab it. Because a gun is heavy. It's a heavy weight for a 2-year-old. 2-year-old to be able to pick that up, point it, aim it, pull the trigger. Sorry. First responders attempted to administer aid, but it was too late. Police soon pieced together what might have happened. So see, they're even saying police haven't told them anything is for sure just yet. Investigators determined that the injury was caused by a toddler who found a loaded handgun. So neither child was injured during the fatal shooting. I would have to know it was gunshot residue on the child's hands, palm, something, for me to kind of accept the story that a supposed 2-year-old went and found a handgun, held it up, stood in front of his mother, and was able to pull the trigger and hit her right in the head. And her not see it happen. To me, that's a lot that's going on in that story. So, that's the story they gave us. Your boy is not buying that at all. I'm not buying that's what happened. But until all the facts are out, that's all we have to go on at this point. You leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. It's your boy, the Hood Nerd, bringing you another video. Again, is it nature? You know how I end it. Is it nature or is it nurture? And since we know it's not nature, who's nurtured this environment for these children to behave like this? And who's going to protect these children? It's your boy, the Hood Nerd. I'm out.